teach you why. 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 Oh 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 oh. Yeah, give it to me right there. I pass the rock, you pass, I'm right there. I got my half, I got my whole share. I got my star, I got my whole shit. Yeah, Kill can't be bad, he got the motion. The water bearer real emotion. Tell me why these niggas like devotion. Yeah, and it's alright, baby, it's alright. Kills is not the light up, we got the flight. These new heights, I fly these and honey, I these the money, I squeeze it tight. It's alright, alright. Ain't going nowhere, flow like go yeah, man like nobody, die like nobody. Teach you why, 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 teach you why. Teach you why, teach you why, oh 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 oh. Yeah, give it to me right there. I got your back, you got mine like yeah. If it get dark, we got that night flare. You play your party, girl, I'm like yeah. You know that Cito play it quite rare. You know that I love playing your hair. Yeah, won't make no changes. This love too dangerous. Yeah. And it's alright, baby, yeah, it's alright. 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 Yeah, Cito. Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, no back pedaling. Cito, I'm generous. All you niggas can settle in. I said fuck relevance. Niggas look at me weird like an alien. To my surprise, I'm Aquarius. Yes, I came to change and not divide up your area. Religious concepts that I would not be inferior to. It's up under the pillowcase you coming inferior to. Fuck is my barrier tools. Yeah, therefore with dishonor, that's my bitch, and I kill you before you harm her. Came with the karma, she spit me like AJ Drama. Pussy crazy, got me on bitch, Shiva and Brahma. Pussy crazy. Stop that. Time out, let's kill Cito, the spirit coach. Getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. And yeah. God damn it, turn on the earthquake machine. I would do that too. Yeah, turn that motherfucker on. Turn that motherfucker on because motherfuckers need a reality shake. They need a reality check. Shout out to Cody in this thing. My brother in this thing. Y'all should, follow Cody and stuff. But yeah. Earthquake. It's an earthquake, so really, I would turn that bitch on too. I would tell everybody to turn the motherfucking earthquake machine on. Now we're gonna break this down simple and kind of put people into perspective of how they kind of preparing y'all for, to rebirth their world and stuff like that. Because when we talk about rituals and stuff like that, at certain times that you're supposed to do rituals that proceed the best, and when you do them at a specific time, you will come out on top. And essentially, what the ritual that is happening right now is basically getting everybody on the eclipse and everybody talking out the eclipse and everybody reacting from an emotional standpoint, which is kind of, in a sense, that could be bring a sense of newness within your imagination or a sense of delusion within your imagination. So you want newness because the newness will serve as a way that you can get something new to fulfill. Like it's like a new cup that you got. You know what I'm saying? That new cup can be fulfilled, and that's what you're supposed to be in. As far as the new moon
being ready to be fulfilled with, the energy that is outpouring in. So essentially, this earthquake is them just dropping their nuts and saying, okay, we got power to do shit. But it has the reverse effect on humanity in a way of that the indoctrination that they got a lot of y'all wrapped up in. So that indoctrination will deal with these energies and based upon how we react and respond to. So our reaction is always based upon the moon. So right now we're going to be reacting to where the moon's business is at, and I'll show you what. Let me see if I can pull it up. I remember we got it up. It might be easier to pull it up on YouTube. But y'all should make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share, and we're gonna get into this Eclipse shit so y'all can know the energies and my spiritual family. We go beyond the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. You know what I'm saying? So we know we got what we can see and stuff like that physically, but we know it's beyond that, and we speak that language. And so, this is just kind of getting mugs prep so they can understand how they about to have everybody reacting to this eclipse. Real shit. So, let's start here. Let's start here somewhere. Let me share this screen. All right, share. Let's share that right here. Boom. All right, so y'all can follow me on Instagram too. All right, so the first thing that we got experiencing right now through the cosmetic, and the cosmos and shit like that, which is just space, which is our space as well, our cosmetic frequency, we frequency vibration, but we're experiencing being empowered to express our meanings, reasonings, beliefs, and imaginations right now. So it don't matter if you J. Cole, it don't matter if you a fan of J. Cole, or it don't matter if you into religion, or if you don't it don't matter if you believe in the end of the world. It don't matter if you believe in Jesus Christ coming back, whatever. That's the energy that they're getting people in right now, being motivated, Sun and Aries, right, to express the Sun what we need, all we need right now, which is the moon. Our moon, and the moon is in Pisces, so the moon is about comfort. So we need a meaning and reasonings to our beliefs, imaginations, delusions at the moment. So that's kind of what they're going on. So moon and Pisces expression need to be with an overview of emotional knowledge about belief that can inspire individuality, which is preparing us for this eclipse, which will be the new moon in Aries. So the new moon in Aries is going to bring a new way of seeing and feeling or whatever, or just new energy in general. You know what I'm saying? We're going into full-fledged springtime. It might just start getting hotter. We may got a little, but we've actually about to start getting into the new aspect of the springtime and feeling new about that. Now the springtime is correlated on the external realm in Gaia, Tiamat, Earth, or whatever you call it, whatever you want to call her. You know what I'm saying? We may experience that through weather. We may experience that through fruits, new trees growing, leaves, new animals coming out, new particles mixing, or new ideas about what you want to do about that time and that time period, etc. So that's kind of going through this area where we got Aries. We at the beginning, so we didn't experience the winter time, which we facing. We're further away from this the sun and shit like that, and where it likes to be home at in Leo. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get ready to go around the cycle again and start to express or start to be individual with our beliefs and imagination. Now, this on a spiritual level, accumulatively, it'll all of us expressing our beliefs create our world, create the world that we live in and stuff like that. So if they got a bunch of people that is in different contexts expressing their own beliefs and stuff like that, God is not a respecter of person or about your personal opinion. Two or more you know what I'm saying, it can respect that. So, whatever is expressing between, the subconscious, moon and Pisces, or whatever feelings and emotions we have, Pisces, whatever we expressing and stuff like that, that's the world that we're manifesting and stuff like that. So we manifest this all together, even all the way down to when y'all talk about this earth. You know what I'm saying? This what we're standing on and what we're into, far as this ground and dirt and shit like that. That ain't the first earth form. The first earth form is internal. So whatever's grounding you here is what's creating this atmosphere for you to be here. Like whatever's making you come here. The energy of itself is earth, and that's sustainability. And we can practice that in different ways, in many different ways. So, you know what I'm saying? So right now it will be the perfect time to turn the weather machine on too, because we're experiencing more water and fire energies. And whenever you have a solid figure or whatever that's vibrating and stuff like that, it ain't solid no more. You know what I'm saying? It's now music. It's now harmonics. It's now, you know what I'm saying? It's now vibrational. So, and they practice it on the East too, because the East is representative of where we start at. You know what I'm saying? The sunrise on the East. The East is a lot of, it has to do a lot with, Aries, it's where shit rises at 6 a.m. Like I said, it has to do with starting. It has to do with birth. It has to do with giving something new. So, now what they're trying to give birth to, right, is a worldview. You know what I'm saying? Or just a specific way to do it. And so instead of y'all being like, okay, this how they'll do it, right? We got the moon in Pisces here. So, and then we got the sun in Aries here. So when the moon come here, we're gonna have a total eclipse. Now, right now, Pisces is 180 degrees away from Virgo. So Virgo is routine, schedule, pattern, consistency, that type of energy. Routine, schedule, habit, healthiness, and whatever. So guess what? If you feel an earthquake right now, you're not clinging to those energies. You're on the opposite end of those energies based upon them being able to manipulate and put you in a space where you're kind of unshaky. Now that ain't a bad thing, because we all trying to break free and do something new and stuff like that. It's just depending on how they steer society and what narratives they got y'all fighting over and fighting for y'all imagination. So, one person's imagination may be global warming. One other person's imagination may be, Jesus is coming back. Another person's imagination may be it's apocalypse. Another person's imagination may be what's another one? As far as with earthquake, that's all of those imaginations. So they got y'all fighting for the imagination. Now, the pure energy of it is just the sun in Aries. Being able to have power, or being able to have to exercise your power with the moon in Pisces. About your delusion and shit like that. So you don't have to be lost into no delusion about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, since that's the energies we're going through, that's what they're going to want to force you into. You know what I'm saying? To first of all, participation. You know what I'm saying? When you participate with others, the moon is in Pisces, so you're going to feel the need to connect. But it's going to be in a way where it's broad and subconscious, like the Pisces energies play out. It ain't going to be like direct or whatever. So everybody kind of just expressing their own emotions and feelings, and whatever we express, these are our natures that we manifested in humanity to express outwardly, to go into our new bodies and shit like that. And these new bodies create these ideas, thoughts, and feelings that manifest the earth and shit like that. And so if we don't ever think outside of that box, there's not going to be any new abilities or new earth or new situations that you can be a part of to express your own individuality and stuff, So essentially the most clearest way to see it is somebody, they dealing with astrology, they know astrology, and they know how to utilize mathematics and psyops to, get y'all to react and respond a certain way for things to be for things to be manifested in their favor. You get what I'm saying? So once you look at it like that, you get it's a different ball game, right? Okay, so now we know that while the moon is Pisces, we have to react and respond to what? Pisces energy. And now Pisces is mutable water, so it's being adaptable to your own emotions and other emotions and feelings. So if you got your own emotions and feelings about something, and then somebody else got their own emotions and feelings about another something as well, then those emotions and feelings, you know what I'm saying, is still a energy, right? So it may not be happening physically, but energy creates things, right? And so if we all clashing emotions and feelings, or just rubbing together emotions and feelings, but it's about fighting. But it looks like Aries, you know what I'm saying? It looks like we need to fight to be enlightened about the emotions and feelings and what's going on subconsciously with our dreams and what's going on with our imaginations and what's going on behind the scenes that we can't see, because water ain't about seeing like fire. It's more so internal. It's about what's going on with your emotions and feelings, right? So that's what we kind of looking for, to kind of get a new spark about these emotions and feelings. So they're just taking advantage of everybody that don't have a direction and stuff like that, putting them in these programs and letting them fight to manifest that for them and stuff like that. And that's how that is how they're preparing you for the eclipse and things. Now, another thing about the eclipse, that's when we are conjunct. The moon is conjunct with the sun. Now, the moon is a reflection of our body of water that we own, but it turns straight. It goes into the same space as the sun and shit like that. So it ain't no rock covering the sun. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to have glasses to see it, because the glass is made for you to see it like that. Other than that, you would see it like that in reality. You only gonna see that on pictures and YouTube videos and stuff like that, and them making a simulation of that. The moon ain't no thing. It's a reflection based upon the sun, but it's going to be covering out the sun. And so what does this mean? So anything that covers light information, or the sun and everything it represents, especially, that's like your emotion covering for your sun. That's like your emotion fighting for you, you know what I'm saying? Or your emotion, or you being able to go ahead and express your emotions. So that's bringing in something new without any or expressing. That's actually manifesting a world, because actually you're just going from your internal world and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't understand how deep they get with this magic when it comes to astrology and putting people into programs and expressing how they want to go about it. So yeah, we're gonna be expressing our internal world, and our internal world is gonna be about a lot of this Aries shit, a lot about our passions. That's why everybody rap beefing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People are motivated. Aries season. You know what I'm saying? We experiencing that time. You know what I'm saying? We experiencing the fighting energy. We experiencing the passion energy. We experiencing the ram energy. That's why Rams be headbutting and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about what? Power and shit like that. And so this is how they drop their nuts and be like, we got the most power and stuff, because they can actually practice these rituals in a context that you could probably never practice them in. But they don't say you can't. That don't mean you can't practice them for yourself and your own, but they shaking up ground. So they making something that's solid, not solid a little bit more. Like, everything has been transformed just because it's out of state. And that's something that's very solid, a city or a place of land, right? And so what that does, it sparks adrenaline. So now you know that is no more security, or you feel in that space that is no more security, so that you need to create some security, or you just like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit ain't stable, you just like, fuck it. So you feel like motivated to go like do some shit, go spend some money, go it's just, you know what I'm saying? It gives us back to that fire water, not the earth and the air, which is a little bit more external, but more so, so it's just a ritual. It's a ritual, guys. It's a ritual. It's a ritual. Understand. So that's what they be prepping y'all up and stuff like that, prepping y'all up for days and weeks and this. So that's and shout out to Cody too, because I was talking to him and I was telling him, like, I got to release the video, and lo and behold, they doing rituals as well, so it's perfect time to actually. Damn, they trying to glitch me, man. You trying to glitch me? Don't glitch me right now, YouTube. My internet say 4%. Please, I'll be a guy. I am trying to expose too much of that stuff. Don't glitch me right now like that. Don't glitch me like that. Well, I'm saying too much of the wrong words. All right, let's get back to astrology. Because I don't want to get glitched out. They got different things that can detect certain languages. So if you like say certain words and stuff, they'll put you in a certain algorithm where you be glitchy and stuff like that. But yeah, man. So this eclipse. So now to know how this affect you and your zodiac sign, you can hit me up personally. CeitoLLC.com/subscriptions is where I answer questions like about your zodiac sign. I got 2 memberships. I got a $5 membership where you can like DM me, $30 membership where we can have a one-on-one. I can go through your chart, etc., and I can teach you where this shit may be affecting you personally. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna be affected personally differently based upon their house, their alignments, and where that shit is angled at. So but yeah, let me see. So yeah, so right now, hold on, let me go turn this off real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, but everybody gonna be feeling in a need to go ahead and shake up their power a little bit and express their power. You know what I'm saying? And personally make themselves a part of a belief system. We all need to connect. That's what we all feel. But the thing is, it's about how we connecting too. And really, we've been told just to connect on a lot of things. So they didn't psyop the whole world, where even me as Zeus and stuff like that, I can only come to humans in a specific way. Like when I may experience blockages trying to come to humans in a human way, but when I'm like, when I create my own platform, that's what I had to learn how to do. I had to kind of create my own platform because it's not as many blockages within that world, but it's gonna be it's gonna get figured and stuff. So I only can come to certain humans that allow me to and stuff, and then they gotta respect it too, like, because I can't do it if a human think I'm in my ego, then it ain't gonna work because it's not made for that. That's the only thing. It's not made for that. But yeah. So we are ready to shake up our situation and our circumstance and go ahead and start this new way of being, this new personality. We always want to break out of our new personality, and this is shaking up our world. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you're supposed to use it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to show the power to like rattle the circumstance, you know what I'm saying, or not be stuck or that type of shit, right? So we can go fully into this new character ourselves and things. So it might be a little bit frustration, and that's kind of what they're trying to show with the earthquake and stuff. So they found out a long time ago, the more they do as above, so below, the rituals down here with the rituals above, then the more they can produce proper outcomes and shit like that in product. Cigarettes. I'm saying these companies and stuff be watching now, and they want you to have a good smile and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be too mixy mingly in certain ways. But yeah. So this is that's what's going on. God damn it! I might kick the alignments too. Let me see. I might kick the alignments, but maybe not, because I do got to leave out for my kids in a minute. But I was just kind of just breaking down the ritual and spells. So for y'all one more time, the sun is in Aries. So, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be showing power and motivation. So think about everybody showing power and their motivation right now. Everybody, motivation and power is just the ability to gain power. You know what I'm saying? So you can do something with it, which is Aries, okay, or lead something with it. So, J. Cole and Kendrick, they're beefing over how much power they can gain in the motherfucking industry. It ain't really even about them got a problem with each other, but they know if somebody take a slight at someone, then that could affect that person's camp, the person's surroundings, and whatever, and make them essentially lose power. So that's what they beef about, power, and even Drake and Future. You know what I'm saying? Which they all trash compared to me. But we bring in a new age of Aquarius, sound boy shit, and the real mystic, mad. Nobody more individual than me. Nobody more of an individual or unique. You know what I'm saying? Unless they associated with me in some way. Because y'all niggas wasn't beefing. Y'all where y'all was at around when we had to do 2020? Where y'all was at? What was the shooters and stuff? Y'all went on these streets and shooting in and stuff and talk about the people and stuff. So yeah, you just motivated by your imagination right now. You just motivated by your belief and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people gassing you up that ain't into things like I am, that can see what you're doing as like just another day in the park. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about running the world or teaching people how to do. You ain't about that. You ain't about that. You ain't about connecting to the right thing that's gonna change the world. You about to have your money. You about to have your crib. You about to do your little thing. You about to go. We ain't finna have no J. Cole school. We ain't finna have no J. Cole. And this is no slight to J. Cole, but this is just all of them. J. Cole just the pond because he got the shit today. You ain't about to have no J. Cole school. You ain't about to own Interscope. And how y'all niggas beefing and y'all on the same label? Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole both fucking with Interscope right now. And then Future and Drake fuck with Republic and UMG. So it's just kind of like, oh, I see what this is, or this because hip hop is dying. And y'all really kind of just being used to like incite the culture and stuff like that, and get us back into like feeling like we got to do things that way and think like we got to think that way type shit. Like we got to do them type of mental processes and stuff. And it's a new time. I didn't blow the whistle. Like I've been blowing the whistle, telling niggas to get their ass in shape and form for a long time now. So no, it's a new time. All right. Now, when it comes to Cito is a language. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way to think. It's a way to, associate yourself in the public. So if you associate it with me, you know the language of Cito. So we teach people languages and So, you know, they can know some shit for themselves and stuff, know how to talk, know how to esoterically talk, you know, knowing the code of how to speak to your body, your mind, and really do that type of stuff. Teach. So we're going to get that. We're going to get that. We're going to get there. 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 It's going to get done. I'm going to get this app out. I'm going to get this motherfucking language worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And when I say language, don't even just think about talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to, you know, you got to know how to communicate. You can do body communication. You know, you can communicate using signs and symbols. So it's a new communication. You feel me? So that's what it's about. So, you know, but yeah, and then once you're on my language frequency and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to fly through these astral travels and meet the right people and connect and network and stuff like that. You ain't got to be lost tweeting on Twitter about J. Cole and stuff. You know, you'll see everything in a whole, like you will see like the earthquake and be like, oh, this just all everybody into some Aries energy right now, getting motivated about, you know, their beliefs and their imaginations. When in the end of the day, when that belief is over and we go back to the real world and that imagination is over, you know what I'm saying, we're going to see nobody got the power to, you know, stop these niggas from starting earthquakes. So it looked like they got the real power. That's the kind of power that you got a question right there. Like, fuck being the best rapper alive. Like, how do we get the power to start earthquakes? You know, and is that a good power to have? And if why we ain't in on it or something like that, or why we ain't, you know, so that's the type of power. That's the type of power Ceito likes. Okay. And get people under global warming and running countries and world concepts and stuff. That's power. So, you know, but for the most part, because the moon is in Pisces, you may be into a delusion. You may feel like what you have is power, but it could be very real, a delusion. And so that's when you have to utilize the moon, aka respond to Pisces, which is Jupiter rule, experiences, meanings, reasons, knowledge, being able to expand, travel, come back, you know what I'm saying, gain information about, you know, your imagination and what it is. And when you do that, you can kind of react in a more sufficient way, where you can react from a perspective of kind of, you know, you drawing in, you know, your own power in your own personal situation, and then you can create a new image and a new fire for God when it's moon going to Aries as well, and we have this solar eclipse. So you can create your new body, you create your new position in Earth, you can create your new expression, you can create your new way to see and feel. Now everything is a process, so it may be slow, but it gotta fill up like a cup. You know what I'm saying? That's the waxing phase of the full moon that's going to come. So, you know, it's all about putting in energy work when it comes to new moons and stuff like that. And they starting early, putting in energy work, showing power, you know what I'm saying, of imagination, of delusion, of experiences, of beliefs and shit like that. So until your ass gets some power to make your goddamn earthquake, then you ain't shit. You know, so long way to go. Possibilities are endless. Now, I ain't saying everybody, even when you getting power, you got to do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you can that's the thing. They don't teach people shit like this. You know what I'm saying? They should teach people more how to align themselves with the energies, but they kind of do. So this is how they wash their hands and not get away with it. You know what I'm saying? They're not telling you guys to believe that Jesus Christ is coming back. They're not telling you guys to believe that, et cetera, et cetera. You know, this is a thing that always happens. You know what I'm saying? The springtime always happens. Different magnitudes, different positions, different planets, yes. But similar, this is why, you know, every so often, is the world going to end? No, you're just experiencing the experience over, and they just wrap it into context where, you know what I'm saying, in Jewish literature, the world ending in the Bible may just be the world, you shedding your world. It may be an allegory. Everything in the Bible is an allegory to yourself. That's something that happened with yourself. So, a new heaven is any time you create a new thought or a new thought form or a new process. You know what I'm saying? And a new earth is any time, you know what I'm saying, you get sufficient about that. You feel stable about that. You know what I'm saying? You feel um, um, that type of shit. And then, the rivers and waters and emotions and shit like that, thoughts and feelings, everything in the Bible is like that. So even Jesus is a thought. It's a specific type of idea or whatever that when you rise up and you have your own way to see and feel and stuff like that, that's going to be brought against people. And yeah, so we're not going to go too much into that right now. Brought against your people, you're going to get persecuted. You know what I'm saying? If you do too much of your individuality and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to be smooth and, and blend the rules. But yes, Eclipse. Happy Friday too. Okay, so that's another thing. Venus just went into Aries as well. So we got a lot of planets in Aries. We got Chiron, we got North Node, we got Mercury retrograde there. We got the sun and we got Venus. It's hella planets in Aries. So goddamn, everybody gonna feel some type of new spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna feel some type of motivation. Because we're gonna want to relate that. You know what I'm saying? With Venus there. So Venus is our relationship to power and aggression right now. So everybody trying to relate their power. Everybody trying to relate their aggression. Everybody trying to relate their motivation. You know what I'm saying? Or get reciprocation from that, because Venus is give and take. It's love, it's appreciation, it's value, it's relativeness. You know what I'm saying? It's togetherness. Or it's indulging. It's that. So people may try to relate their power and stuff like that, and there ain't nothing wrong with doing that. You know what I'm saying? But power, depending on how you look at power, it could be negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? Power is supposed to take you out of giving you the ability to do what we kind of coined that phrase from and created that virtue and principle off of, which is the Aries constellation. You know what I'm saying? And we can calculate anytime the sun rises at 6 a.m. Okay, we getting powered up. We feel empowered to start. And that's it. Don't go no further than that. Stop there, take that out of the esoteric realm and shit like that, and then sit on the energy. And once you sit on the energy, you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's the frequency vibration. So you're gonna have the frequency, the thought of it, and then you're gonna have the vibration, which is the feeling of it and stuff like that. And then you can take that into many other spectrums. You know what I'm saying? But essentially, it's just having the power, you know what I'm saying? Having power to rise above lower animalistic natures, which would be us kind of getting a light bulb above our head, aka the sun start to rise, and we start to see our higher natures, what we can do in the daytime and shit like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What we can do with our lights, our imaginations, our illusions, and shit like that. And our abilities to communicate and express ourselves. So, but yeah, Venus is in Aries. So this is relationship to power and aggression. So you may want to relate your power and your aggression and stuff like that. You just got to make sure you doing that in the area that your chart is. So your chart may be in the 4th house. You know what I'm saying? You may have to do that in the area where you're comfortable at, or your family. It may be in your 3rd house. So it might have to be in an environment, you know what I'm saying, that, in a way of communicating or in a way of friends and, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to show power at. So it depends on where you got chart. You may have to show power a different way. Power to express or see and feel, which would be the cardinal fire energies. Okay. So then, yeah, we got a couple planets there. And then North Node and Chiron is in Aries too. So our power, or just even considering power, or we got the power to do something. You ever think of like doing some dumb shit? Like, man, let me just do some dumb shit, like real quick and whatever. just to like be like, man, I don't want to be normal and stuff like that. Chiron is there. That's gonna feel like our spiritual. I mean, that's gonna feel like a mistake anytime we want to do. We look at that energy, but it's also gonna feel like our spiritual path. Like when we need to kind of be different and kind of destroy these these ways of seeing and feeling, like so we can be something new and stuff. So that can also bubble a lot of when passion turns to the negative end, frustration. So you don't want to develop too much frustration in a sense of acting right now, you know what I'm saying, or expressing yourself, or it's the ways of seeing and feeling. And one way they can do this is just to kind of get you lost into what we got going on with the moon right now. And the moon is in Pisces, so we may get lost into like trying to learn too much when shit can be clear as day. So that's how we build in the mind here as well. We got Mercury retrograde in fucking Aries, and that is also bringing past thoughts, ideas, communications, conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's also going to make you feel frustrated, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe not having the right way to think can make you feel frustrated mentally, or like you kind of want to communicate something, but it's kind of like weird almost. It's like, it's almost like you got to just go and let your actions do the communication or whatever. So that's kind of Mercury retrograde to the 25th of April is going to be giving us that effect, because we need to do the spell of recommunicating our passion, or reminding ourselves of who we are, or reminding this igniting energy. Reminding Mercury retrograde. That's if anytime retrograde happens, that's like a memory of something, or it brings back past scenarios, but it brings back it in the form of what the energy is, Mercury. So Mercury is communication, past scenarios as far as with communication, thinking, analyzation, or you feel like you're having to redo that. But in the area of Aries, which is cardinal fire, or passion or expression, so you might have to re-express, you know what I'm saying, or reintroduce how you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Zeus, bitch. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that feel good. That feel good to let that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But you might have to just keep doing that to the 25th. So that's all, with the Mercury. And that's all with the Mercury in retrograde and stuff like that. So, remind yourself, your passion, recommunicate your passion, recommunicate your desire, or just recommunicate your power, because sometimes power is in silence too. It ain't all about being loud and stuff like that. You should be powerful in how you move in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be all on the fence and stuff like that. So it's all dealing with you, your spirit, and what kind of help you through the day. You know what I'm saying? Your days of the week, which every planet is a day. So you need to get more familiar with the days and the planets and stuff like that, so you can be accustomed to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And all right. What else we got, y'all? We got a lot of fucking Aries energies and a lot of Pisces. So a lot of fire and water. So, try not to focus on too. Keep in mind stability, but stability ain't really it right now. It's all about just going, doing shit. Hopefully you kind of got some stability over the winter seasons and shit like that, when shit was in Aquarius, Capricorn, and stuff like that. Pisces, Aries, it ain't gonna really be about stability until we get to Taurus season and stuff like that. So, a lot of things quick on the toes, fast thinking, a lot of actions that you got to do. Schedules may pick up. We start in the spring, so we need to spring into action. So we need to spring into our motherfucking faith and our motherfucking, leadership mode and shit like that. And that's when we fucking becoming leaders and shit like that. That's how I'm becoming, and me and my soul group and the people that associate with me and stuff, because I'm creating a new language. So this is the language of astrology. My language, Ceito, that's going to be taught in you know, how I'm going to know is based upon how somebody can interpret how they chart the way I do, or the way they chakras the way I do. And then once you learn how to do that and stuff like that, you know, through I'm creating exercises, the mental training, um, and the spiritual coaching around that, and you'll be able to uh, see from a different lens. If you want to use that tool, but you got to develop the tool. So it's like an esoteric tool. It's like a esoteric, uh, it's an esoteric language. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't speak that language, you don't get the benefits of that language. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you don't speak, um, you know, English and shit like that, you might not be able to be into the culture of, what Americans do. You get what I'm saying? So you might not be able to go to, meet with YG or something like that. Shout out to YG. You might YG and 400 in them and smoke blunts with them, and, without having a translator or something like that, whether then you was, you already knew and stuff like that, you could speak that language and boom. But even like that, even with that, they got a different language. They got a gang language. So you got gang languages where they know certain codes and shit like that. And then you got all type of shit. But yeah, this is shit we starting this year, getting on track and stuff like that. So, because when I grew up, our language was religion and shit like that. So that's the language that we spoke, and that didn't really serve us like that. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it really just put positions where we only had to feel like bad for grandmas and granddads and stuff like that, because they ain't had nothing to connect kids to themselves and their own system, so they can know how to operate and what can work best for their temperament and temperature. And then your astrology is your temperament, so, and your temperature. You know what I'm saying? So if you're an air sign, you may have like more ideas or more thoughts or information. You know what I'm saying? So you may be like cold, you may be like cool, calm, collected. You know what I'm saying? Just like the air sign. If you're a water sign, your temperament and stuff like that may be connectivity, emotion, stuff like that. So you may feel, in a sense, like wet, pause, but in a sense of like wet in your fluidity, and you would rather, or if you don't mind feeling connected and communicating your connections and how you feel, or being with someone or being around someone, or that type of shit. If you're a fire sign, you don't mind, what I'm saying, seeing your feeling. You can kind of do both. You can kind of be with people, what I'm saying, when you want to show yourself, and or separate, being in your own space, and etc. And then if you an earth sign, your temperament and temperature is pretty much dry, what I'm saying, but it don't gotta be dry like dry, what I'm saying. It can be more so how you may carry yourself, and you do it, you might speak into something or add on to the conversation or something, but you might do it in a way. The reason why you feel comfortable adding on to the conversation is because back home, you know, you got that nice car or something, or you got that nice security or that home, or what I'm saying. And if you didn't have that, you probably wouldn't even participate, but it make you more comfortable to kind of get up and, participate, because you got, your earth matters and together. So, that's all the temperatures of the astrology chart, and we experience them all the goddamn time, every day. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get these motherfuckers in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. So, now, how can I prepare for the eclipse, right? How can I prepare for what should I be doing amongst the eclipse? Well, I mean, like, it's really subjective. It's not like really nothing you can do. But I mean, if you want to, whatever new vision that you got on your mind, or whatever, new personal experience that you got, or or passion that you feel like that's coming to birth, or whatever. You want to start feeding that. So you want to start expressing that. What I'm saying? Now you can translate that into art. What I'm saying? It can be into actually expressing yourself in the public, or whatever, however you feel comfortable. If you need advice on that, you can hit me up um, through my website or DM or something like that. But you want to start expressing that passion, and this will give God the seed that you need to see, right? And then God can start fulfilling that, what I'm saying, via the moon transits, So essentially, that's what you can do for the eclipse, start expressing your ideal, or, utilizing this cardinal fire. So it's the starter fire, cardinal fire, this fixed fire, Leo, mutable fire. What just happened, the experience of it, what I'm saying, what you experienced with your wisdom, and doing that all over again, which is compass all three of the signs, of the fire signs. So essentially, keep that same old feeling. And actually, we also separating from, we need to, right now, while the moon is in Pisces, we need to separate from certain beliefs. We need to separate from certain imaginations. We need to separate from certain delusions to have our individuality. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, the government of Ohio, but the people in them, they don't want you to fight for their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, if you practice the energy of separation or fire, like for instance, let's say you get into an argument, what you're doing, you're trying to separate your opinion from another person. So you're trying to see. So you'll start arguing, but you'll start practicing a fire energy, and that's separation. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you arguing about religion right now. You're going to be practicing arguing for your belief and stuff like that. And then that's just going to add to the manifestation part of the world. And now you just add more into your hell where you believe yourself to be in that position. So everybody needs to kind of separate for this Pisces moon transit for the next 2 days. Before we go into the new moon in Aries, you need to separate from certain beliefs. You need to separate from certain delusions. You need to separate from certain imaginations, or you need to lead better delusions, lead better imaginations, lead better fantasies and stuff like that. And, the more you lead more fantasies, you know what I'm saying, you can show more masculine energies. That's where the sun is at. The more you react and respond better to those delusions and fantasies, you know what I'm saying, you show more emotional intelligence. So that's the sun and moon. So, creating a ritual and spell out of that, you got to make up your own imagination. Right now, I'm going to have my own, though. You feel me? I'm going to have ones that people can participate in too, but you just got to be around me and at the right times and stuff. I'm always doing my shit. So, we want to separate, ourselves from the pack, you know what I'm saying? So we can have a space of our own, separate ourselves from the emotions, not have too much emotional things where we're going to have on us where we're drowning. You know what I'm saying? We're drowning. We don't got no individuality. So that's how it'll play out on the negative end. You might not have no individuality, no power to feel like you can do what you want to do, no power to experience, or no power to have knowledge or meanings and reasonings in anything, or no space to do that. So this would be the energy of separation that you got to get in. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to actually practice. Okay, I got to do the sun in Aries. I got to express something. I got to express some type of motivation, some type of passion, some type of desire, that type of thing. And you express that passion, you know what I'm saying, for your belief, your moon, where the moon is at in Pisces, your beliefs or your imaginations. And at that point, once you do that, God do the rest. You take a step, God take another. God going to start lining shit up. You know what I'm saying? God respect people who do stuff God's way. So if you expressing more, if you expressing emotion and stuff like that, and it's oh shit, I gotta leave out soon. But yeah, if you expressing more emotion and it's wrapped up into more clairvoyancy, right? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna show. You got a place in the world too. And at least trying to do it. At least if you're gonna try to do it, you need to do it. You feel me? But if you ain't doing that, then and the life can be real simple, but we got to get this popping. We got to get this popping. We got to be way more popping than it is. We got to be way more popping than it is. So we gonna pop up and pop out. You know what I'm saying? Get it popping, and then everybody ain't got to be lost into indoctrination. We could all kind of get together and in certain spaces and start manifesting from the right aspect. Where we ain't got to use none of their programs, and it's more free, and it's a whole new way to see and feel. It's a whole new being, or state of being, which means that a lot of those state of being clear, and ain't got a lot of the shit that you got to think about on a daily to like feel good with yourself, and you can actually just create at will, and be in the context of an individual like you're really supposed to. So a lot of people are not really individuals, and that must change. That must change, but we got a little opening right now. The internet ain't always gonna be free, but what is always free is your ability to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what every season is about, showing your power, what you gonna do about shit. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? And one of the very primitive powers is to deal with your motherfucking thoughts and feelings and stuff, That would manifest the external world and the spirit being in certain states of beings, creating thoughts and feelings, But you got to have a clear fighting stance, especially when you're dealing with them in certain contexts, especially the things that they like to project out into the world, So essentially, because I put this frequency out in the world, okay, it's a different worldview out. Now, just think about that on their scale. So you could literally come to my world right now, and it can make sense, right? But think about their shit too. You can do that with their shit. Think about when you get off this lie. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't that we not having or sharing a similar experience that's real. It's just 1% of people got hella percent in how they see the world, and it's a religion of these motherfuckers. So it's a bunch of them. They think it's global warming. And I said, bro, hit the switch with the button to do the motherfucking ritual. You get what I'm saying? So it's a difference. It's a difference, and that my energy, it's more clear for sure. It's going to get you more to the source of what everybody doing, and then you're going to find out, okay, I got power to do this too and stuff. So your mind ain't got to be on their bullshit. You can be like, oh, okay, all right, bet. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, just swing and stuff like that. So make sure y'all subscribe, hit that motherfucking button, hit that website, you know what I'm saying? Book them consultation services, and also book, join the clubhouse and shit like that. We got this information going on so you can learn the Ceito language. You feel me? And we going public now. We're going public. Ceito going public, baby. We're going public. God damn it, we in these goddamn streets. So I'm calling to action all the spiritual warriors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to get this language out. Gotta get this language out. But you gotta be trained. So you gotta be well versed. So you gotta know. You also gotta show. We gotta show and prove. So it don't matter what we into and stuff like that. We're gonna be the best doing it. We're gonna be the best, more handsome. We're gonna be the more well. We're gonna be the best in everything and stuff like that. And how do y'all do that? Okay, it's the language of Ceito. You know what I'm saying? And then you teach the kids the message and stuff like that. The kids, they kids messages, and then it's a culture, and they get, you know, like, and then you see we create society now. So we creating a new public network and a new way to be and stuff is accepted with, you know, astrology and that. And that's what we doing God's way. And I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go pick up my kids. All right, I'm Kel Ceito. You're now drinking wine of Zeus. Get your ass to the game.